Your egg suddenly tears, and your tiny transparent body wriggles out into the dim rocky cave. You're not alone. 10,000 of your siblings are hatching at the same exact moment. For a brief moment, you see the massive coiled form of your mother nearby, her powerful jaws and spotted skin making her look like some kind of underwater monster. She's been guarding you and your siblings for the past 112 days, coiling her body around the grapefruit-sized egg mass. Before you can even process the sight of her, a sudden current rips through the cave entrance. It catches your weightless, helpless body and thousands of your siblings, sweeping you all away like underwater dust. You have absolutely no control over your movement. Your muscles barely exist at this point, so nature sends you to the upper layer of the ocean water, the zone above 200 meters, where sunlight reaches. You and the few siblings who've also survived drift upward, staying there effortlessly and helplessly. Now this is your home. Why this place? Because at this stage, your body can't survive the pressure of the deep ocean, and here you can eat all the plankton floating around. You have a proper sunlight to see. But obviously, there's a huge risk of becoming a very easy snack for another ocean creature. When everything settles down, you spot a plankton floating nearby. You try to move your body, although you have nothing to propel yourself with. Still, you strain every cell in your transparent form to drift toward it. Opening your mouth, you gulp down the plankton. Finally, some food in your stomach. This tiny meal is quite enough for a few days because you're literally so small that your energy needs are minimal. This will be your entire larval life cycle for the next 2 years. Just staying at the upper layer of the ocean, hoping nothing eats you, and also hoping that plankton come near enough so that you can eat and survive. 2 years have passed, and you're barely recognizable from that pathetic transparent speck you once were. Your body is stretched to about 15 centimeters long, bright orange with distinctive dark patches scattered across your sides. Your once useless fins have grown stronger, your head is widened, and your eyes have developed properly to actually see the world around you. Your time in the upper ocean is over. Something deep inside your developing brain triggers an instinct you didn't know you had. It's time to sink. You stop fighting to stay in the upper waters and let your now heavier body descend through the water column. The sunlight fades as you drop deeper, heading toward the rocky bottom where your adult life will unfold. The open water phase of your life is ending, and a new chapter on the ocean floor is about to begin. You descend deeper and deeper, the dim light fading as you approach the ocean floor. An entirely new world reveals itself below. A mosaic of colorful plants, sprawling kelp forests, rocky outcroppings, and countless small caves and crevices. It's nothing like the open water where you've spent your entire life so far. Without conscious thought, a powerful instinct takes over. Your brain stems light up with a singular command. Find shelter, now. You spot a promising rock cave structure and dart toward it, eager to hide your bright orange body from whatever might be hunting for a snack your size. Just as you're about to enter the cave, a giant red lobster lunges at you, its claws snapping where your head was a split second ago. You barely dodge, feeling the water displacement as its claw misses you by inches. Pure panic drives you to spin around and dart into the nearest clump of orange kelp, your bright color perfectly matching the plants. By the time the lobster turns to look for you, you've completely vanished from its sight. Your heart races frantically. Nothing in your 2 years of floating in the upper ocean prepared you for predators that actively hunt and chase you. You remain frozen among the kelp fronds after several minutes. The lobster scuttles away, still clicking its claws in irritation at losing its meal. You give yourself time to calm down, learning an important lesson about this new environment. You're not at the top of the food chain. Not even close. After the coast is clear, you cautiously drift along the seafloor until you spot another crevice, this one appearing empty. You slide inside, your narrow body fitting perfectly into the tight space. This will be home for now. You're not territorial yet. How could you be? You can't fight anything and win. After resting for some time, your stomach reminds you of another challenge. You need food. Cautiously, you emerge from your crevice, keeping close to the bottom and scanning for danger. The ocean floor is teeming with life. Giant fish, octopuses, and other creatures that could eat you in one bite. You're about to retreat back to safety when something catches your eye. Small worm-like creatures partially buried in the sand. Curiously, you flick your tail near one, disturbing the sand. A worm pops up, startled by the movement. Without hesitation, you lunge forward and gulp it down. Finally, some food. Better yet, you realize you don't even need to hunt in the open. These worms and other bottom dwellers are plentiful and easy pickings. Gaining confidence, you spot a small crab wedged between two rocks. You drift closer to investigate. The crab doesn't move quickly enough. Your jaws close around it and you taste crab meat for the first time. Tasty. Much better than plankton. You're so focused on your meal that you don't notice the shadow passing overhead. It's only when the water darkens significantly that you look up and freeze in terror. A large lingcod is hovering directly above you, its massive mouth opening as it dives down for an easy meal. You instantly abandon the crab remains, starting sideways as the lingcod's jaws snap shut where you were a moment ago. It's not giving up that easily, though. It turns with surprising speed, chasing you across the open seafloor. Your only advantage is maneuverability. You zigzag frantically, making sharp turns the bulkier fish can't match. Despite your desperate maneuvering, the lingcod gets close enough for its teeth to graze your side, leaving a painful gash. The injury burns like fire, but adrenaline keeps you moving until you reach a dense forest of colorful kelp. Trembling with exhaustion and pain, you hide among the kelp, the cut on your side stinging in the salt water. There's nothing you can do about it except hope it doesn't get infected. Tonight was a harsh lesson. Your bright orange coloration might help you blend with kelp, but in the open it makes you stand out like a neon sign to predators. You need to be more careful about where and when you feed. The next morning your wound still stings, but hunger drives you from hiding. As you cautiously navigate between rocks, you notice something unusual. A small blenny fish darting in and out of an anemone. The fish seems to have a symbiotic relationship with the stinging creature, using it for protection while cleaning parasites from its tentacles. Every time the blenny ventures a bit too far from the anemone, you inch closer. This will be your first attempt at hunting something that could actually swim away, something bigger than worms and plankton. Your body tenses as you wait for the perfect moment, remaining perfectly still except for your eyes tracking the blenny's movements. The fish darts out just a bit too far, and you launch forward with unexpected speed. Your jaws snap shut around the blenny's tail before it can retreat to safety. The fish thrashes wildly, fighting to escape, but you refuse to open your jaws. After several seconds of desperate struggle, the blenny stops moving. You've made your first real kill. You munch it down, feeling a strange pride. You're evolving, slowly but surely. Over the next 4.5 years, your life follows this pattern. Hiding, hunting, growing. Your bright orange body with dark spots gradually begins to fade, turning a dull gray-brown or dark olive that helps you blend into the rocky ocean floor. Your once tiny body stretches and thickens, growing from 15 centimeters to an impressive 2.4 meters, becoming heavy and powerful with tough, slimy skin. Most impressive of all is the transformation of your jaws. Once weak and barely functional, they now house rows of teeth specialized for bigger diet. Your fins, already stronger from your juvenile days, grow even more powerful. Your dorsal fin now runs along your entire back, and your pectoral fins have developed into effective tools for navigating tight spaces between rocks. Ready to claim a permanent den and, perhaps most importantly, find a mate who will share that den for life. At almost 8 feet, you're now a monstrous presence on the ocean floor. You've spent weeks searching for the perfect den, a spacious underwater cave with 2 exits and high ceilings. After chasing out a few crabs and smaller fish, you claim it as your own. This isn't just some temporary crash pad, this is your forever home. Just as you're settling in, arranging the place to your liking, which mainly involves swimming in circles and staring aggressively at passing fish, you notice some movement at the entrance. Another wolf eel, slightly smaller than you but with an equally impressive jaw, hovers outside watching. Your first instinct is to charge, teeth bared, ready to defend your territory. But something's different. This wolf eel isn't challenging you, she's assessing you, and suddenly your prehistoric brain cells start firing in a whole new pattern. This isn't a threat, this is a potential mate. Instead of charging aggressively, you find yourself performing what must be the world's most awkward underwater dance. This is apparently hot stuff. Miraculously, she seems impressed. She enters your den. Just like that, you found your life partner, the underwater equivalent of swiping right and immediately moving in together. Wolf eels don't mess around with the dating scene. Life as a mated pair falls into a comfortable routine. You take turns guarding the den while the other hunts. You develop a taste for sea urchins, those spiky balls of annoyance that most sea creatures avoid. Your powerful jaws crush them like grapes. The distinct crunch of crushing a particularly large urchin becomes your favorite sound. One day, while you're out hunting, you spot something unusual, a large crab with especially meaty claws, practically gift-wrapped in protein. As you approach for an easy meal, something massive and orange shoots out from behind a rock. A giant Pacific octopus, all 8 arms reaching for the same crab. For a moment, you both pause, sizing each other up. The octopus is bigger than you, each of its arms nearly as long as your entire body. But you have those bone-crushing jaws, and this crab was clearly yours first. You decide to stand your ground, positioning yourself between the octopus and your intended meal. The octopus changes color rapidly, flashing warning patterns across its skin. The message is clear. Back off, or things get ugly. While this is happening, a deep-sea fishing vessel deploys a trawl net, a massive heavy net designed to scrape the ocean floor and catch anything in its path. The net, weighted with steel rollers, drags across the rocky reef, stirring up sediment and crushing small structures. You don't notice the net approaching until it's too late. The net scoops it up, tangling its long, slimy body in the mesh along with rocks, fish, and the octopus. You thrash violently, your jaws snapping at the net, but the mesh is too strong, and its sharp teeth can't cut through the synthetic fibers. The net is hauled up rapidly to the surface, a journey from 400 meters to the boat in just a few minutes. The sudden pressure change causes severe stress to your body. Internal organs are strained, and you struggle to breathe as dragged through the water. On the boat, the crew dumps the net's contents onto the deck, and you land with a thud, surrounded by fish and debris. The crew, surprised by the ugly creature with its square head and sharp teeth, decides it's not worth keeping for food or research, so they just leave you in the net for hours, sorting out other fish. Later, rough hands lift your nearly lifeless body. The fisherman holds you up like a trophy as others take selfies with your dying body for their social media post. Back home, your mate waits, unaware that you'll never return, that she'll spend the rest of her life alone, just another forgotten casualty of human indifference.